Hello guys, hope you all are doing well, and now let's solve a question. The given question is from inverse trigonometric functions, and we have to simplify our expression. Our expression is something like tan of sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cot inverse 3 by 2, this thing. So let's first talk about how we generally solve these type of questions. We try to simplify these two terms somehow to tan inverse. Tan inverse, don't mind the writing, I can't write properly. Tan inverse. Now I think you have got the idea. What we do, we somehow try to convert these two terms into tan inverse and then apply the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So let's do it now. First we take up the term sine inverse 3 by 5. Let's assume that sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x as given over here. Our next step is that we write sine x is equal to 3 upon 5. What you can do, you can take sine both sides. So sine and sine inverse, we can't say they actually cut each other, but we can assume like that. You can understand this thing. Sine x is equal to 3 upon 5, or we can write sine x is equal to cos x is equal to root of 1 minus sine inverse x. This thing comes from the identity sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So we just arrange the terms and get this thing. I hope you all are getting the same idea. Now we write cos x is equal to root of 1 minus sine square x. Put the value of sine x from here, and we get our value of cos x is equal to 4 upon 5. Let's move to next slide. Okay, so we now have the value of sin x and cos x both. Now we apply tan x. Tan x is equal to sin x upon cos x. So putting the value of sin x over here and tan cos x in the denominator, we get tan x is equal to 3 by 4. Applying tan inverse on both sides, we get the value of x as tan inverse 3 by 4. I hope you all are getting till now. I hope there is no confusion. Similarly, we have a second term, that is cot inverse of 3 by 2. We can write cot inverse of 3 by 2 as tan inverse of 2 by 3, just reciprocal thing. I mean, tan x is equal to 1 upon cot x. Similarly, cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x. Similarly, tan inverse x is equal to cot inverse 1 upon x. Therefore, we can write the original term which was given somewhat like this, tan of sine inverse 3 upon 5 plus cot inverse 3 by 2 as tan of tan inverse 3 by 4 plus tan inverse 2 by 3. What we just did, we actually wrote tan inverse 3 by 4 at the place of sine inverse 3 by 5. I just showed you how we can do that. And then tan inverse 2 by 3 at the place of cot inverse 3 by 2 from here. Okay, now I think you may be getting some idea what we have to do next. Let's move to the next slide. We can see that in the previous slide that there was something formula up like tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So we directly apply this formula. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So our x was 3 by 4, our y was 2 by 3. So we just put up the values here. So we get tan of tan inverse 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3 and 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 upon 3. We simplify the whole expression, and this one, let me use a different color so that you can see this clearly. This thing, we simplified the whole expression and we get tan inverse of 17 by 6. Now we can directly apply our formula. Tan of tan inverse x is equal to x. So our answer is 17 upon 6. I hope you all understand.